Hello, family. Hello, hello. It is your fellow alopecia princess, Action Jacqueline. It is your big bald headed sister, Action Jacqueline. Greetings. Greetings and welcome to the Bald Girls Gossip Room. Am I live? Give me a second. Let me find out right quick. I should go to the latest live. All right. I think this is it. Latest live. 3:15. Oh, no, yeah, 3:59. Okay. Hello. Okay, so I just got the notification. It says you are live on YouTube. So hello, hello. I apologize for my technical difficulties. I'm using new software. I talk about this all the time. I feel like for the last 2 weeks, all I've been doing was troubleshooting this software, and for some reason, it is paramount to me that I use this software. I know exactly the reason, to be honest, but I'm sure prior to this, the introduction of this software, I didn't even care to do the thing I'm doing now. But now it's so important for me to multi-stream because it's so hard for me to stream to twice a day. I like to do my makeup while I chat because I feel like that is when I'm my most vulnerable. So if I'm filming while I'm at my most vulnerable, then you guys are getting the authentic me. Because once I put this wig on, I mean, I'm still authentic, but y'all really can't see, who you're talking to and what's going on in my life, right? So yeah. I can only do that once a day. I don't like take my makeup off twice, throughout the day and then do it all over again. I get dressed once, I put my wig on once, and that's that. So I'm going to a confirmation tonight, like a Catholic confirmation. That'll be interesting. So I might as well just get dressed one time while I'm here. Chevy says, "Hey, Miss Parker." I don't know what that means, but hey, Chevy, how are you doing? I have to also remember to continually check my TikTok app because that's where I can see who, if anyone, is commenting in TikTok. And I do know that TikTok. Hey, Denim. How's it going, my love? Denim 400, Renee 1548, and Saw 0411. Hello, everyone. As always, I'm obsessing over these tariffs. It's been like the only thing on my mind. Hi, Ariana. Nice to see you. It's been the only thing on my mind. Not the only thing, but it has definitely been looming, put it like that. Because it's been talked about for so long. Like I first reported on the tariffs, these 145% tariffs back in, I want to say early March. And since I reported, we haven't really seen any price increases in the store. So it might look like I'm a liar. But if you pay attention to the news, then you know I'm not a liar. And you know that the date is coming. And finally, a company that we all know and probably patronize, two of them have finally made a formal statement about when they will increase prices. And those companies are Temu and Shein. So Chevy says I'm looking like a sexy roll-on deodorant. You're so disrespectful, but that was cute. I mean, I can't lie, Chevy. He says I look like a sexy roll-on deodorant. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. That is hilarious. That's probably one of the funniest things I heard in a really long time. But yeah, I guess I do look like a roll-on deodorant. Speaking of which, now that prices are increasing and we don't really know how much they're going to increase, that's the thing that's really bothering me. We don't know how much it's going to increase. We don't know what it's going to look like. Is it going to be like, according to according to some reports, a human hair wigs are subject to a higher increase than synthetic hair wigs. I don't know what that's about. I have noticed something called tax codes. And if you look in tax codes, they actually break down what gets taxed and how much, and basically what exemptions there are. So I know at one time there was an exemption for human hair wigs, and I guess that's over. That was pre-Trump, of course. Lucas says, I look like Mr. Clean. I don't look like a Mr. Nothing. Okay, Lucas, but thanks. Thanks for commenting. It's good for the algorithm. Appreciate that. Yeah, he threw me off. I forgot what I was saying. Thanks, Lucas. You made me forget my train of thought. But yeah, there was something called there is something called tax codes, and in those tax codes, they break down what will be exempt, what gets a higher tax rate, tariff rate, and things of that nature. And I know human hair wigs at one point were exempt, and and yeah. So do we know how to block someone? I don't know, because he's over there being real disrespectful. But anyway, so if you don't care, see money, all you have to do is log off. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of things you could do than watch someone you don't care about, because if there's not, then that's scary for a lot of people, not just you, that you're wasting time doing things you don't want to do, and no one's even paying you to do that. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, so as I was saying, I'm really nervous about what the prices are going to look like. And so I've been thinking of alternatives. By the way, my name is Action Jacqueline. I'm your fellow alopecia princess and big bald-headed sister. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Let me check my TikToks. DW says, hello, baby. Get him going. Oh, Christy, I'm calling you out of your government name, your girl. That's my cousin, your girl. I was about to say her name, and I probably already did. I didn't mean to, but so there's that. Okay, so as I was saying, I've been looking at alternatives for not alternatives to wigs, because I'm never going to stop wearing wigs. I'm always going to wear wigs forever, right? So what I've been looking at is how to maintain wigs, how to keep them longer, alternatives to keeping wigs on all day long. Because sometimes I do get dressed really early in the morning, and once I'm dressed, I don't get undressed. You know what I mean? Like if I put my wig on in the morning and I glue it down with my got to be, I don't bother to take it off. I'll just stay the whole day in it, cooking it, cleaning it. And while you're wearing it, you know, it's taking away from the lifespan. So I think now is a good time for those of us who are concerned about the prices to like settle into our baldness. You know what I'm saying? Find ways to get comfortable in it. I found that accessorizing is my favorite way. I love to wear my makeup. I have to do my eyebrows every day, and I have to put on my eyelashes every day. You guys just watch me do that. And then on top of that, I like to accessorize. I like to wear like little jewelry. I don't know if you guys notice, but I'm wearing this really, look at that stone. The stone is lavender. One day I'm going to be rich and I'm going to be able to buy premium stones or, gemstones. But for now, we're just going to do Amazon, right? So these are really pretty. I have another pair of blue earrings that I can show you guys. But like things like that, just little things to accessorize, since we don't have our hair to accessorize. So I asked ChatGPT today. Let me get into that. As wig prices rise due to tariffs, wait, what's the question? What can bald women do to cope as wig prices increase due to tariffs? So it says, all right, this is the recommendation that ChatGPT gave, right? Sorry. It says, as wig prices rise due to tariffs or other market changes, there are several affordable or creative options bald women can consider to cope and feel confident. Let me get this in here. Hang on, give me a second, y'all. It's okay. So they're saying explore alternatives to wigs. They're recommending head wraps and scarves. Nothing new there. We've all probably succumbed to the head wrap and the scarf before. It's not my favorite thing to do. I'd much rather just look like, what did somebody say in the comments? I look like a sexy roll of deodorant. I'd rather just be bald than wear a head wrap, to be honest with you. Somehow head wraps and scarves, they just look like, I don't know what it looks like to me. I just don't like the look on me. Other people seem to pull it off really well. For me, it doesn't work. It says wear hats and beanies or turbans, right? Definitely, I'm not wearing a turban. That's just not my look whatsoever. Okay, so they also said look for wig assistance programs. It says some nonprofits offer free or discounted wigs for people experiencing medical hair loss, uh, such as cancer and alopecia. But of course, you have to have one of those conditions. I am definitely a candidate, but I just can't see myself at this stage in my alopecia walking into some organization and saying, "Excuse me, I need help with a free wig." I just can't see it. Or do you have discounted wigs for women with alopecia? I don't think I could ever say that. I feel that there's a sense of pride that I have at this stage of my alopecia that just, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I need to get past it because in the Bible, and I'm not even a religious person, it says that pride is a sin. So I can see why I might have to rid myself of that stigma. It's a mental block. But they give examples: Wigs for Kids, the American Cancer Society, Locks of Love, and then local hospitals and support groups may also have. I've never actually visited a support group in my entire life. I remember when I was a little girl, the only one that was out was like Alopecia Areata Association. I don't remember. And it just looked so far like they would have these meetings out in Ohio. And I'm like, I'm in New York. How am I getting to Ohio? But anyway, let's move on. So it says try DIY wig revamps. DIY wig revamps. If you already have older wigs, you can style, dye, or repair them at home or with a stylist for a fraction of the cost of a new one. So guys, if y'all are handy, hang on, let me see. Oh, I can block them. This is how you do it. I didn't even know how to block people, so now I know how to do it. Nice. Okay. Parody gens. I don't know what this is. I'm gonna block this person. There's a lot of like I don't know, people who like to sit behind their computer on their like or their phones or whatever, who just sit around and like find people to bully on the internet, which is so pathetic. Like, don't you have anything better to do? I've certainly found something better to do. I've decided that I'm going to connect with the Bald Girl community and do some chit chat in the Bald Girls gossip room. Okay, here we go. All right. Ooh. Sorry, y'all. Give me a second. I have to figure out how to do this again. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm still streaming right now? Okay. All right. So let me get back in here. Unfortunately, what I just did, wow, honey, hey, baby, keyboard warriors. Exactly. They're like, but like warriors without a cause. How are you a warrior without a cause? Don't you need a cause, like a real cause to be a warrior? Other than that, you're just like fighting. You're like walking down the street fighting for the right to, I don't know, breathe. Like, so weird, so strange. Okay, let me get back in here, make sure that I'm still live. Because when I blocked those two people, I actually somehow, yes, we are doing makeup today. I'm actually done. Like, I don't wear much makeup. I'm actually done. Like, for the sake of this video, I might like spice up my makeup. I'll do that because, wow, honey, you mean so much to me that I can tell you want to do makeup today. So we'll do a little bit more makeup. But give me a second. Let me just check this slide. Okay. Your girl, my cousin. I want to say your name so badly. It's so hard for me to not say your name, your girl. Give me the give me the go, and I'll go ahead and sorry, and I'll go ahead and start saying your word, or I'll just say your name, or I'll just keep calling you your girl. which feels weird to me. Queen Vanessa says, good afternoon. Hey, Queen Vanessa. Thank you for joining me. And DW, I hope you're still with me. I hope I didn't lose you. Like I just said, when I went to cyberbullies, exactly, Chevy. That's what Chevy says. Cyberbullies. Like, what is going on in your life that you feel like going on the internet and finding a complete stranger and then going like this? Like, go like take a shower. You go take a shower, go outside, plant a tree or something like that. Like, I'm sure there's other things you can be doing. How about you count some money if you have any? How about you do that? Anyway, thank you, Wild Honey. Wild Honey says I don't need more makeup. I'm beautiful as per usual. And my cousin, your girl, she says you're gonna have to train me, cousin. Train you for what? You know everything. You're the smartest girl I know. What you need training on? Your girl is extremely intelligent. And for years, like I've always known she was intelligent, but recently something happened in our family. And I don't want to talk about it because it just brings up too much emotions. But yeah. Oh, I'm gonna cry just thinking about it. I'm not gonna talk about it. But something happened in our family, and she just impressed me all over again. So I was just like, this girl is so smart. Anywho, let me not get sidetracked. Yeah, so I was reading that list of recommendations from ChatGPT, which guys, ChatGPT is a force. I didn't realize it until I started to really play with it. I asked it a question and it asked me a question back. And you know what? I felt like I wanted to answer as if I was actually talking to a person. So then I answered it. And then it said, oh, it was like talking to a real person. And I couldn't stop. And I was like, this is so, actually, it's a little scary. But the conversation was wild. It was just, I'm not going to get harp on that. We're going to focus, right? We're focusing it. We're not letting our ADHD get in the way of this stream today. Right, Action Jacqueline, Alopecia Princess, Big Ball Headed Sister, we're not doing that. All right, give me a second. Let me go back and finish reading the recommendations. So they were saying, try if you already have older wigs, you can style, dye, or repair them at home or with a stylist for a fraction of the cost of a new one. I don't know why I got out of doing that. I used to really be into remaking a wig. Like it was a fun pastime for me. And then I think it started getting old. Oh, I know exactly what happened. They started making the lace wigs, which I love, by the way, right? Because you guys know I've been wearing wigs long enough so that when I first started wearing wigs, it was only full cap wigs. That's wigs with no lace on it. So I was really good at making those kinds of wigs. And at the time, it was sufficient. I don't think I could ever go back to wearing full cap wigs. I can't even imagine that I ever did. I wish I had photos of them because somehow they worked for the time. But when I see people in full caps now, I'm like, oh, that's not a good wig. You need a lace wig. But I don't know how to ventilate. Ventilating is the process that they use to add new hairs to the lace. And I don't know how to do it. I have tried, I've watched videos, I went and I bought the equipment. They have this needle, this ventilation needle, and all kind of tools. And I remember trying it, and it was like I had two left hands. I don't know, I've never felt so incapable of doing anything until I tried that. Like I've never met a DIY project I couldn't do until the ventilation thing. So yeah, if you guys know how to do that, I see big business opportunities for you in the very near future. And I'm still going to try. I'm going to try again to learn how to do that. But for now, I don't know how to do it. And then it says embrace bald beauty. And I feel like that's where I'm at, but not quite. Like I'm definitely getting to the point where I'm embracing bald beauty by staying bald in the house more often. And I found that the more time I spend being bald, either the more attractive I look bald or the more attractive I feel bald. It's probably a little bit of both because you do need to take time getting to know a new aesthetic and seeing how it works. Like for instance, if you got a brand new haircut, you probably have to also get a new wardrobe to match the haircut or a new wardrobe to match the color. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of have to do the same thing if you're going to start going bald like all the time. And then there's the problem that a lot of people are not completely bald. Wild Honey wants to know why lace is better. Let me get my wig and show you why lace is better. Let me first read the rest of this. Are you vegetarian, by the way? Just curious on how you keep your great figure. Oh, thank you so much. I am not. I eat everything. I don't think I have anything that I exclude from my diet except like dairy. I'm definitely, I stay away from dairy because dairy doesn't like me. I do have to get my wig. So, where did, y'all, I don't remember where I put my wig. I know I have a bucket of wigs that I pulled out. Here we go. Here we go. I found it. Wigs. All right. So, I just got a new wig, a new high-end synthetic. And along with that, I still have some budget-friendly wigs that I haven't even opened yet. I don't want to get too much into the discussion about these wigs because I've talked about them during lives basically all week long. Ooh, I'm sorry. I do have to check my TikTok messages because I'm probably ignoring people who matter very much. But like I said before, I have to actually hold my phone in my hand and like refresh the page. Is really odd. And it's not as easy as just hitting refresh. You got to go back and redo the whole thing again. So let me check. Okay. All right. All right. All right. I love you too, your girl. I'm being very careful not to say your government name. Queen Vanessa says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Queen Vanessa. Okay. I think I might have already said that. I want to repeat that. Wild Honey says, then you've got great genes. To be honest, I feel like I do have great genes. But if I'm going to be honest, there are some things I do to maintain my weight because, I don't want to, I don't like, I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea when I say the word I'm about to say. The one thing I won't do is I won't allow myself to be bald-headed and fat. So I definitely exercise every day for 20 to 40 minutes each and every day. I do calisthenics. I do them at home. I don't go to the gym because I don't like doing my hair to go to the gym. My husband is always like, come with me to the gym. And I'm like, damn, I'm looking at my wig like, do I feel like putting this wig on and then putting the headband on and then, and I'm not going outside bald headed. I'm not doing that really. I don't have the temperament for that. As you can see, as we were sitting here, people have things to say. And although I can handle the things to say, what I really don't like is to be out with my family. You know what I mean? And then someone says something to me because they get very upset. And the other thing I don't like is for people to nice me up. I hate that. Is that a weird thing to say? Like, it's like when people want to know your business and they're just like, oh my God, you're so pretty. Can I ask a question? It's like, because then in that situation, I can't even be rude back. Like my first instinct when people approach me is kind of to be rude. Is that bad? Like I said, I just don't have the temperament for it. I don't have the temperament for it. I know there's other people out there who, and they've told me this on the internet. I don't know if these people exist in real life or just on the internet, but they're like, oh, I don't mind going out bald because I find that it's a great time to educate people. And I'm like, really? You want to educate people while you're at the mall, while you're shopping at ShopRite? Like, I don't want nobody talking to me. I really don't. And if you're going to talk to me, I don't mind talking to people, but not about my health. Like, because that's what you're asking me, right? You're asking me about my health. You're not just asking me, I don't know. I can't get into it, but I just hate it. I don't have a temperament for it. So somebody give me my wig. I'll put my wig on because I'm just not doing that. I don't mind talking about it. I'm not ashamed. That's why I'm here on the internet because I have no problem talking about it when I'm ready, but to be made to discuss it out in public, ugh, mind your business. And I like it turns me into a mean person. There was a time when I was actually mean, and my husband was like, Jackie, just why don't you just wear the wig? Because this is too much. You know, it's tiresome. While Honey says, excess flattery can be uncomfortable and irritating. It's very relatable. Thank you. Thank you. Think you understand what I'm saying. It's like I normally would respond to someone asking me about my wig because people do that too because people are obsessed with wigs, right? With your hair. They're obsessed. Speaking of people being obsessed with hair, do y'all remember that video clip that I showed you last week with this guy? Let me pull it up. Hang on, y'all. Hang on. I'm going to be quick about it this time. I'm getting better. The Celebrity Big Brother guy. Okay, so Celebrity Big Brother is a reality show. It's like a game show where the contestants, they're celebrities. They all live in a house together and they compete to kick each other off, basically. And on that show, I talked about this a little while ago, but there's been new updates and I've been following it because I find it really interesting just to see how people respond in real time when they're asked about their wigs. Because, it's really hard. Like I said, we're bald women and it's hard to find other women just like us. So a lot of times you don't have anyone else to relate to. So when you see something on TV, it just becomes so interesting because it's the first time you're ever seeing someone else go through exactly what you are going through. So that's what happened here. So I'm going to show you the clip and then I'm going to tell you the new update. Okay, so while Honey, Marquita Lyons, hey baby, so good to see you. She says, I totally understand. I'm guessing you're talking about the going outside bald headed. Thank you for understanding. And Anne says, happy resurrection weekend. You're very, very beautiful inside and out. Thank you so much, Annie. I love you for that. Let me see. Marquita says hello. Okay, so I'm reading upwards. And I never did answer Wild Honey's question. She wanted to know why lace was better. Wild Honey has been watching, just to give you guys some background on Wild Honey. She's been watching me for a while now. And she's been toying with the idea of wearing wigs. That's how come she's asking questions that for a lot of women who wear wigs seems like rudimentary, but she's never worn one. So we have to keep in mind that there's a lot of people in this world who want to wear wigs but are afraid to, who want to wear wigs but don't know how to, who want to wear wigs but don't even know where to begin. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I think that we all should keep in mind when we're in the comments, and also when we're watching this little clip that I'm about to show you. That I'm fin to show you. Hold on. Hang on, y'all. Hang on. Let me get it up. Okay, so Celebrity Big Brother. Okay, let me see if I can find myself. Bring myself forward again. Okay. Let's play this for you.
Last night's Celebrity Big Brother that Natalie and I did a few years ago, you may remember. And Natalie's close pal, Patsy Palmer, asked the former MP, Michael Fabricant, a bit of a controversial question.
Michael, is there a reason that you wear a wig?
I just always have had long blonde hair, so I just feel comfortable. I really have found it very hard, but I'm going to nominate Patsy. She asked me something about why do I wear a wig? And, I'm not saying it is a wig, actually. But what I am saying is I found it slightly awkward being asked about it. I just don't like my hair being raised, People have sensitivities, and that's my sensitivity. Look, we're all human.
Somehow I can't imagine it's the first time he's been asked. Natalie, she's one of your best buddies.
Yeah.
Was Patsy right to ask him that question?
I know Patsy
so well with all my heart, and she's just very open and very honest. I think there was no malice in it at all, and she just came out and asked the question that everyone wants to ask. I love that. It's a bit like, you know, that childlike thing when you just say what you see. And like, she probably hasn't got a clue, because like, she hasn't lived it for ages.
She's lived out the country. I mean, I think a lot of people aren't that, you know, know Michael Fabricant that well, but what he does wear on his head is quite well known in this country. Would you have asked it?
Well, I think maybe it might have been better just to get into one side and say, "Oh, why are you wearing a?" instead of telling everything.
Yeah.
Because sometimes,
Trouble is, you can't hide from the microphone, do you? Would have heard.
That's true, but I just think it's, you know, it's very, well, it's not a difficult decision, but I know that when, you know, I had the cancer treatment and then I came back to Korea and I was asked to wear a wig, it's quite a difficult thing, you know, and when I was going through the chemo, it's like, do you want a wig? And I just didn't, because everyone would go, she's wearing a wig.
Yeah.
So thinking that, and
That's your on-screen wig, because obviously Sally, the character, hadn't been through what you had, so you had to wig. But that does look quite natural. I think the thing with Michael Fabricant
Sally
wig is
cancer, your character cancer at the same time as you.
but
Yeah.
she wasn't at the same stage of treatment as Sal was. But I think with Michael Fabricant, with the greatest of respect, if you don't want people to know you're wearing a wig, get a better one. Yes.
All right, y'all. We did this last week, but I had to do it again because the story keeps unfolding. And just to prove to you guys how obsessed with wigs, how obsessed with hair people are, I want to read you something that. Wait, let me get this off the screen really quick. Okay, it's gone. Sorry, y'all. I don't like the way my wig is coming out today, y'all. This is a brand new wig. I think I had it stored upside down, and that's probably why it looks this way. But I read an article about a more recent article about that occurrence. Okay, so this woman, I don't even know the lady's name. She's like, well, with all respect, if you don't want people to know you're wearing a wig, get a better wig. Not everybody knows how to get a better wig. Look at me. Look at my wig right now. If I wasn't like somewhat wig savvy and I didn't have like decades in the wig game, I wouldn't know how to fix this right now. And if you're brand new to wigs, you definitely don't know how to style a wig. And I think it prevents people, that stigma, it prevents so many people from living the way that they want to live. You're walking around in hats, you're walking around in hair that looks sparse. You could easily get a wig and it would look much better. But then you would need some guidance. You go into the beauty supply store and sometimes it's not the friendliest place. And now I'm noticing that there aren't as many wig stores and beauty supply stores as there once was. The landscape of America is changing, y'all. Did y'all see the list of store closures? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy, the list. I could read you guys the list, but I don't want to harp. Wild Honey says, if I may say something, as a Black woman who don't like messing with her hair, if I was there, I would not have known he was wearing a wig until she asked. I just assume Caucasian people hardly wear wigs. I could see why. I mean, in his case, I'm going to go ahead and just be transparent about it. His wig was looking a little crazy. You know what? Let me read the article that I found about this guy. Okay, it says the new season of Celebrity Big Brother has started with a bang. Attentions have turned to markedly less, Michael Fabricant's hair. The 74-year-old former MP was quizzed about his hairpiece on last night's episode by Star, blah, 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 blah. Michael says, Michael, is there a reason that you wear that? That you wear the wig? And she asked, anyway, we don't have to rehash the whole incident, but the encounter was undoubtedly awkward to watch, with Michael going on to insist that he's always had long blonde hair, not ginger hair, which he also reiterated in his opening monologue, insisting his hair is fully his own. Now viewers are seemingly eager to investigate. Michael Fabricant bald is a breakout search term on Google, as is Michael Fabricant without his wig and young Michael Fabricant. A pursuit on the search engine will show you no young people. Okay, we don't have to get into all that. But wow. What did it say? It's a breakout search term on Google. So I guess Google Analytics found that this term has been typed into the search engine so many times that it was enough to write about in a newspaper because people are that obsessed. And don't dare lie. Don't dare lie and say, oh, it's mine. Woo, does that open a can of investigators? Ooh, have you ever tried to lie? I stopped lying about my hair years ago. Because don't get, you know, as you guys know, I've been bald just about half my life, my entire life, not half my life, way more. I don't like to talk about how long because then y'all know how old I am, and sometimes I don't want to talk about that either. But what was I saying? I just completely lost my train of thought. But yeah, I stopped lying about it. People would ask me if I was wearing a wig, and I would to the bone. Oh no, it's my hair. It's my hair. You know? No, definitely. I grew this all myself. Oh, I remember in school there was another girl who wore a wig. I don't know why she wore the wig. I never asked. I just let her talk whenever she felt like talking, which was rare. But I do remember one time she said to me that her hair is her hair. Before her hair had fallen out, her doctor let her know that it would be falling out. So she shaved it all off and made a wig out of it. We were in high school. I give her a pass for her very bad lie. That was just a bad, it was kind of a bad lie. It was kind of a bad lie. Not only because it was a bad lie, but the hair texture just didn't match. I don't know. Hair and ethnicity, that's another thing. Like, don't, like, here I am, a black girl with blonde hair. Clearly, I'm wearing a wig, right? Like, you don't even need to ask. So I don't know why people are obsessed. And then when you say, no, I'm not wearing a wig, then they're obsessed with unfolding your truth as though it's even necessary. Like, what? Like, stay out my business. Anywho. Okay, so Wild Honey says, why are people so obsessed with hair, though? I don't know what it is. I don't know. It blows my mind. It really blows. I think people are obsessed with truth. I think that's what it is. I think that people don't have much to do in their time, so they need to know your truth and they need access to your truth. And they also feel obligated to your truth. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, people walk up to me. Do you know, let me just tell you, this is nothing to do with hair, and it probably does have everything to do with hair. As I'm saying it, I'm realizing it has probably everything to do with hair. But things like this, like the story I'm going to tell you right now, happen to me all the time, okay? I was on vacation in Jamaica at this resort, right? I'm using some cheap old makeup. And somehow they have the best colors. I don't know. This is the best color in the world. It's so old. This container is cracked. It's everywhere. It's a mess. But ooh, this color is so fire. Anyway, I digress. So I'm at the buffet, right? And I'm getting myself something to eat. This woman just walks up to me and she says, "Are you Mexican?" And I'm like, "What?" And then she says, "Oh, you're not Mexican." And that's, "Are you white?" Because she was white, right? I'm like, "What are you?" And she says, "Oh no, and then she just walked away. Like, she was so taken back that I hit her back with the, "What color are you, lady?" Like, people just feel so. She didn't say hello. She didn't ask me, "Do you mind if I ask you a question?" Which is also annoying too. Like I told you, I'd rather you just did what she did so that I could hit you back with the attitude than, "Oh, do you mind?" Because in that sense, I feel like I'm obligated to now be nice to you and tell you my story, which really is none of your damn business anyway. But it's just so bizarre how people think they have right to just, what? And this happens to me all the time. One time I was at dinner and this guy, like, I was meeting this couple for the first time or for the second time ever, my husband and I. So we're sitting at this Italian restaurant eating, and her husband just looks at me. He goes, "So tell me about your hair." I'm like, "What the F?" I was like, "How about later? How about later?" Anyway, people look at other people as if under a microscope. Like, what? Why are you concerned? I honestly, it might be my ADHD, because I've been told before that I'm really good at minding my business. Like, there was some complication at work back when I was working, right? And everyone talked. It was all a buzz over the office. Somebody was crying. I don't know. It looked like a birthday. I don't know. It looked like a birthday, but then somebody was crying. So I was like, "Are you sad? It's your birthday?" And then I was like, "Oh, maybe somebody died." I don't know. I didn't even ask. I was like, "Listen, I'm at work, right?" It might be my ADHD, because I'm always hyper focused on the task at hand. I don't feel interested in what's going on over there. Like, I don't care. I don't care. So I don't understand it. Marquita Lyons says, if the wig looks cute, they're obsessed in getting the same results. I'm guilty. You know what? I understand that too. I'm guilty as well, but I won't ask. I'll just be like, "Oh, your hair looks good." Your hair looks good. And hopefully they'll tell me. If they don't tell me, they don't. But at least I gave them the compliment. I'm not going to ask, because I know what that feels like. Yeah, what was I just saying? I completely lost my train of thought. It is 4:40, y'all. I haven't gotten through everything I wanted to talk about on this chat, but we did talk about alternatives. I wanted to get into like jewelry. Like, I wanted to talk about that a little bit more, because I feel like I said, if you're bald headed, you need some sort of accessory just to doll yourself up. You know what I mean? And I don't think it's unique to bald women that you need to doll yourself up. If you had hair, you'd have to comb it, right? If you have if you have ears, you might want to dress them up. So that sort of thing. We talked about that. I want to talk about jewelry some more. I did want to discuss. I have a whole laundry list of things I want to discuss. Let me just go through it really quick before I leave, because I have to start it. I do. I wanted to talk to you about Ulofi wigs. Ulofi wig. They actually made the news. Let me read you about this company, Ulofi Wigs. I've never heard an advertisement like this, and I was checking around to see if it was actually an advertisement, and it wasn't. It actually made the news, and I'm so curious about this wig company. Y'all know I stopped wearing human hair wigs some time ago, and the reason being is that, hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can find this thing. The reason being is I have been burned by wig companies so many times that I don't want to spend a lot of money on any wig again. So for the length that I like, right? If I want to get a human hair wig, I know everybody's like, "Oh, you can get that wig for $120." You can get a wig for $120, right? But it's going to be low density, right? So that means it's going to be thin. You're going to be able to see your scalp through the wig. It's not going to be the length you want, so you're not going to be happy with the style. And all the upgrades, right? So they want to add the lace. Oh, so if you add lace, that's $80 more. So if you add density, that's $80 more. So by the time you finish purchasing the wig that started out as like, say, $220, it comes out to like $650, right? So I'm not opposed to spending that much money on a wig. $650 is actually a decent price, if you ask me, for a good wig that's going to last. What I said, my budget is $240 a month max, right? So it's 412, 120 plus 300, right? That's, what did I just say? What did I just say? 240 times 3. That's $420. Did I get that right? $420. So it has to last about 5 or 6 months of daily wear for it to make sense to me. And if I can only get like half that or even a quarter of that, then to me, it just feels like a lose. Like, I just lost money. I might as well just take my money and throw it straight out the window. So, what is Wild Honey said? So, but this company, right? Let me see if I can find the actual blurb that they said. This is what they claim. And I've never heard anything like this in my whole life. Let me go straight to the website so I could show you. Hang on. Okay, so this was reported April 17, 2025 on Globe News Wire. So this is not an advertisement. A lot of times you'll see these. Oh, this is an ad. It's a press release. Okay. All right. But guess what they say? They claim Eulofi Wigs empowering professional women with premium hair solutions. Professional women. It's funny how they make that distinction. Like our wigs are not for all women. They're for professional women. Okay. All right. Do I fall into that category? I don't know. I don't even work. Am I a professional? Anywho. So what they said, the company's commitment to using 100% virgin human hair sourced from premium Slavic and Chinese origins ensures that each product is durable and natural looking. Eulofi wigs are designed to last for more than 5 years. That's the part that got me. Offering not only quality, but also long-term value to clients. All right, so my question is, Eulofi Wigs, do you offer a 5-year guarantee on that, right? Does that mean that if my hair, my lace starts thinning 3 years down the line, 2 months down the line, 5, 6, 7 different times throughout the 5 years, are you going to repair it for me each and every time, right? Now, this place is located in China, so that can't be cheap. Somebody's paying for that shipping, right? That can't be cheap. But whatevs. So I went to the website. So let me show y'all the website. I'm going to show that to you. 5 years is a crazy claim. By the way, I'm not able to see chats in this moment because I'm looking at the website. Eulofi Wigs. All right, so I'm going to take you guys into the Eulofi website. And I will say I'm very impressed with the colors. Let me do this real quick. I'm going to get in trouble because I ain't started cooking yet. Oh, me. At least my meat is thawed. That's good. Sorry. Window capture. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is the website. Let me show y'all. Look how pretty the colors are. Ooh. I'm actually considering getting into human hair wigs again because I know they last longer. I don't want to keep buying wigs over and over again if I know that they're going to be so much more expensive, right? So, I mean, if I could find a blonde wig that lasts me a long time and doesn't cost an arm and a leg, I'm happy. So let me show you guys the website a little bit more. Let's get into these colors. They have toppers, HD lace wigs, of course, curly wigs. It's the colors for me. Y'all know I don't wear like number 2, number 1B here. And you know how I feel. If you've watched me for any amount of time, you know that I don't feel like these companies do a thoughtful job when they're bleaching wigs, because wigs, even though this is blonde hair, just know that this hair started out as natural black hair. These hair is definitely, well, it says that the hair is sourced from Slavic women as well, which in my understanding, they charge a lot more money for their hair, Slavic women, than Asian women do. That's a whole different topic though. But anyhow, let's just look at the prices real quick. Let me show you a HD lace wig that they have. Okay, here we go. What are you guys seeing on your end? Are you seeing anything? Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, I missed the whole thing. Let me get back into it. I lost it. Just want to see the prices. And then I went to the reviews. I went to Trustpilot. Tiamak Fearson says, hi, beautiful. Hey, Tiamak. Good to see you. Thank you for joining me. I forgot what I was doing. Sorry. So we're going to look at prices. Okay. I want to go specifically. I'm sure you guys are all interested in knowing all the different prices, and I would love to go through all of them with you. But like I said, if I don't cook dinner, I'm going to be in trouble. So I do want to just see the blonde wigs. Human hair. wig collection. Do they have breathable? I don't know, human hair wigs. All colors. Let's see. There you go. I want to see the blondes. Let's see how much they charge. Okay, so these prices look pretty much on par with all the other companies. 16 to 28 inch length blonde rooted HD Swiss 360 lace front wig from $245. Let's see where that goes. All right, so if I wanted to buy this wig, which I would never, I don't think I like that one very much, but I would definitely go for the 22 inch. 150 density is not enough for me. I need more than that. Wait. Oh, you don't get a choice. Is 150 density enough? What do you guys think about this density? So Suvik Roy says, wear a bandana as your face mask. It'll be looking great. Suvik, you have such an obsession with bandanas. May I ask where that comes from? Thank you so much, Tiamat. Tiamat says, you love that wig on me. Thank you so much. I did say that I have to check my TikTok messages because I'm being rude. But yeah, their prices seem on par. It doesn't look like too much of a stretch to buy it, but nonetheless, I don't want, like I said, my budget is $240. So if I go ahead and buy a wig like this and it ends up costing, let's say, I don't know, $400, that swallows up 2 months of my budget, right? And does that mean that I'm stuck with hair that I hate? Or do I have to like go into funds that are not allocated to wigs to go purchase a next one? And then the return thing, like, you know, I did go to Trustpilot. I can't get too much into that, but hang on, let me check these. Hunter says she got a bad case of gorgeous. Thank you so much. The Look to Love. Hey, how's it going? She says, hey, Jacqueline, great to see you as well. The Look to Love, we went to grade school together. I always feel when I see pictures like this, like I'm seeing my cousin, I always want to call her by her first name. I want to call the Look to Love by her first name. I don't even know if she goes by that name anymore, so I'm not going to do that. Queen Vanessa says, good afternoon. Oh, I think I already said that. But listen, y'all, I need to go cook. All right, but let me finish going through this list of things just in case I missed something that I know I wanted to talk to you about. So the Trustpilot reviews for that company, if you're interested in being the test dummy for this company, because I don't think I want to. I want somebody else to do it. But you'd have to buy a blonde wig because blonde wigs, colored wigs, bleached wigs, they are a different animal than natural black wigs. So if you're buying natural black wigs, your review is going to be different than someone who has bleached hair, who buys bleached hair, right? So the Trustpilot reviews are overwhelmingly good at 4.4 out of 5. One woman, a few people complained about it. They left poor reviews. I can't show them to you now because I definitely have to go. But I don't think I missed out on anything. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover during this live. But yes, Wild Honey, check that company and don't buy anything, Wild Honey, until you're sure that you're ready, because it's a lot of money to waste if you're not going to wear the wig. You told me yourself you have wigs that you're not currently wearing. I would love for you to cut one of those to style, you know, or yeah. If you have a friend who knows how to cut hair, maybe you could have them do it. I wouldn't pay someone. It depends on how much you spent on the wig. I wouldn't pay like a professional to cut a synthetic wig that was, you know, that you probably bought for $50, because I just feel like those wigs don't last long enough to make that make any sense. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you could get someone else to do that, that would be great. Or you could try it yourself. Just take the scissors and cut a little bit at a time until you're happy. Try that. So yeah, please don't buy one. Please don't buy one until you're sure you're going to do it. Please take it, Wild Honey, one of your wigs, and at least try to wear it outside one time. And don't worry about, excuse me, Wild Honey, is there a reason that you wear the wig? Just be like, no. And then walk away. I'm so rude. Like I said, I don't have the temperament for it. I don't know. God gave me the wrong temperament. I'm too New York for these people. I'm too New York for alopecia. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me during this live. I had so much fun today. I hope you guys had fun too. And hopefully when I review this live, it will be right, because the last few that I reviewed, they sound crazy. I would spend too much time trying to find media. Hopefully I did it right this time. So guys, I love you, and I'll talk to you again soon.